I was just gonna let it go, but I can't do anything. Y'all act like you didn't remember Reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow. I was a Reading Rainbow guy. All right. Like, you know what I'm saying? My man, what was him? What was that Spock? Was it Spock? The guy from Star Trek. He was the black guy from Star Trek, was the same guy that was in Reading Rainbow. My fault that I'm forgetting your name. You was like the only person that made me read. My teachers didn't work out so well. What's going on, everybody? This is Len, the lovely, important nonsense podcast, and it is your goddamn host. Why am I so loud? It's because this is not Quarantine Matt. Joe's out here being innovative, got me a nice little back support, folded up t-shirt. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We folded up a t-shirt, put it on my back, help me out. Guys, I missed you. You know, if you've been following Quarantine Matt, that means you're listening to the old version of Len, right? Len has moved over to SoundCloud. We are taking a step away from Anchor because, you know, Anchor, we like you, but you're so possessive, you know? You're so possessive, and I'm not making any money from possession, you know? If you're going to own me, if you want to own my stuff, you gotta come with some bread, you know, and I thank you for distributing my stuff. But we're moving off of you. Bigger, better things. I'm going to SoundCloud right now. I think Spotify soon. I think we'll be up on Apple Podcasts. Just give me a second. I'm dropping a couple of these. I think I also did a podcast a few what I did. My last podcast was this guy. Sorry I fucked you up. Day Shore. Sorry about that, Day Shore. A great musician. Check that out. I'm not sure if this one's coming out before or after. It's coming out before. Well, make sure you check out the podcast with Day Shore that will be coming out after this one. You know? You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about how we do movie magic around here. You know what I mean? All right, but guys, so what we've been up to? Okay, we'll do a little recap, a little fast forward what's been going on. I think if you listen to if you haven't been listening to the older one, here's the new. I'll just give you a quick recap. We did the Therapy Without a Degree live event. I was the host of that, co-hosting with Val. You know, the event turned out really well. We had a lot of people. We had the vendors. Shout out to the vendors. And shout out to everybody that came by and supported us and supported Therapy Without a Degree, supported Matt Spellen, supported Bulletproof, supported Val Reflections. Just thank you from the bottom of all of our heart at Jersey Media. Thank you very much for coming by, and we appreciate it. We have a lot more events and stuff like that coming out, you know. And check this out. Remember when COVID started and everybody was stressing and we came out here like legit? You know what? Let's go further back than that. I'm going to get on my soapbox on my cocky high, my high ass fucking boots, right? I'm going to put on my Timbs. I'm going to get my real New York on you. Remember when me, Zane, and Joe came out like, what was it, last October? And I was like, and we pulled out the black and white picture. And it was like, yo, y'all fucked up. And we legit said, y'all don't fucked up because all three of us teaming up together. And we fast forward while everybody was stressing. We was like, y'all know y'all don't fucked up again, right? Because during that time we said, oh, you're fucked up. We gave y'all friend anniversary. We gave y'all the Christmas. Well, you know what I'm talking about, friend giving. We gave you Friendsgiving. We gave whatever. We got the Christmas Jones going on. We had raffles and new podcasters and people coming on board. We had all that happening, right? And then there was like, oh, COVID's going to shut all that down. And me and Joe came back on here and said, y'all know y'all fucked up, right? Because now we ain't got nothing to do. So then we got back on this motherfucker and blew up again, ran another goddamn, what, was it 2 events? Or was it like 2 events from there or some shit like that? Oh, I can't remember. Made a whole goddamn fucking web series, started fucking movies. I became an actor while everybody was sitting at the crib. You know what I mean? I became dope and everybody else ate soap. So suck it. Like and this is me coming here and telling you one more time. Y'all done fucked up, bro. Okay? It's gonna happen again and again until I feel like I should stop, which is not happening. Joe doesn't feel like he want to stop. Zane doesn't feel like he want to stop. Val doesn't feel like it. And then we brought Val on. And now look, Val killing it. See, look. Y'all done fucked up, bro. Y'all fucked up. Now we're back again. Now we're hitting the fall time, and you already know what time it is. Bulletproof is eating. And Lynn is eating. Got a call from... I didn't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Who's making magic behind the scenes, too? Fucking... Because I'm out here in everybody's ear whispering like the devil on the side of... Whatever. We're getting to the point where we're about to do it again. So we're going to tell you, jump on board the ship. Okay? Jump on board the ship. We got Joe over here. He's driving the boat real quick. You know. Zane's out there looking out on the sea. Matt's doing the coronation. Val's making everything interesting. Jump on the ship, y'all. Because we out of here. We out of here. You know, so there we go. That's the third warning. See, that was the third time I came up here and said, hey, y'all know y'all fucked up, right? Okay. So with that being said, I guess we should go into what we're going to be up to soon, right? Lynn's going to be hosting events. Therapy ain't done hosting events. He got a web series. You know, he's looking for actors. You know, Zane got movies and videos and pictures coming out, magazines. He's looking for people. If you want in, I'm looking for some people. If you want to do some business, Bulletproof Fitness is getting bigger. So if you want to jump on the Bulletproof Fitness wave, make sure you go to bulletprooffitness.com, get you some merch and all that stuff. Get on this 8-week transformation program because I know the CEO, he's going to be coming out with something new soon. Because it's a year old, and I just realized that earlier. So, yeah, it is pretty old. And we did, did you see the numbers on that? Whatever, we'll talk later. We did pretty fucking well on that. For a year? Yeah, whatever, we'll talk about it later. But fucking good job, bro. Gotta make this shit happen. Anyway, that's coming. I got another show coming out with the Sex Chronicle guest Kat. That one's all about. Well, I don't think we should even like talk about it right now. Yeah, thank you. Do it, dog. I'll do it. I got another show coming out. I also got. Damn, I got a lot of things going on right now. Bulletproof got the 5K coming soon. I think we're just gonna set it up. Just throw it up there. Fuck it, right? We got a 5K coming soon. That'll be what, November? You should have came to the live event, honestly. If you're just listening to this and never should have came to the live event, it was lit. We have a lot of special guests. We're going into segments, and this is just like the recap of like what's been going on. They started doing school again with my kids. They're home. So I'm a teacher sometimes, you know. That's going on. What is that? What's the hardest part about homeschooling? Well, the hardest part about homeschooling is just keeping the kid there and engaged, you know. Because you know what it is? My daughter in homeschool is pretty dope because they treat it like she's in the classroom. She's not allowed to like go around, move around and all those other crap. They got to like ask for permission and stuff like that, which is cool. which is cool. So that means that it takes the responsibility off the parent a little bit. You know what I mean? You can pretty much just leave your kid there and the teacher's in charge with them in front of the screen. I just make sure I come back and forth and check on her, of course. I'm not a bad person. I love my child, actually. So I go and make sure that she's okay and safe and whatever. She makes sure she goes in there with snacks and all that crap, and she does her work. My son, on the other hand, he's young, right? And he does like preschool, or no, pre-K, and just keeping them there and having them engage what it really is a pain in the ass, because we know what they do is that you have to like get it 3 times out of the day. 3 times out of the day, you got to be on this freaking Google call or whatever, and then so one time in the morning, one time mid-morning, and then one time early afternoon. So he gets on 3 times, so they could pretty much see his face and mark him here, there, and absent, around the corner, whatever the hell they're gonna be marking, right? So that, but that's a little pain in the ass, because if you gotta run around, like say if I had to run down the street, my daughter's old enough to sit in the room. She's pretty much doesn't even know I'm home at certain points. I'm not a bad person. I don't leave her by herself. But if I gotta run down the block, right, and I can, but I can't, because as soon as you decide to go do something else or think about something else, it's time for your child to get back on the Zoom call or the Google call, whatever the call, right? So that's, but it's an adjustment. If anything, it's an adjustment. Just gotta adjust to the new way of life for a little bit. The guy, his teacher's awesome. His teacher's awesome. I wish I had teachers like that when I was growing up. I'll be honest with you. Like the new teachers are pretty dope. They actually care about the kids. Or maybe that's the ones I see. Maybe it's not. Maybe they stopped caring in like middle school. Like, is it still that like in middle school? Because I remember growing up in like Brooklyn. I don't think the teachers cared about us as much as they care about our kids nowadays. Or maybe I just got really good school system going on right now, and my kid just didn't run into the dickhead teacher yet. Whatever, yo. It's pretty dope. Right. So they take really good care of them. The teacher's cool. I like the teacher, and he does things. Whatever. My son likes the teacher. We do Play-Doh and all that nonsense. Get the Play-Doh underneath the fingers. Drives me fucking crazy, but whatever. And what else we got going on? Business been good. Some people, I had to cut off some people when it came down to this business stuff. Sometimes people think that you do favors for people, and then they try to and after they fuck you, so this is the craziest thing. So I done a favor for a former, let's just say, client, right? Back in the day, before I was legitimate bulletproof CEO, right? I did a favor, train this person for the lowest of the lows, right? They did me dirty for some chump change. I wasn't even sweating on it. It was just some chump change. But the funniest thing is that the audacity that they hit me back and was trying to come back and get the same deal. Let's just not even. I didn't even think about it until just the other day, because this happened a while back. That this person hit me up or whatever. But they came back and tried to get the same deal that they had before, what they fucked me on the first time. And I said, wow, no, baby. No, you got to pay not only full price, but what you owe your boy, right? Right? Now, I was going to wipe it clean from the record. I was even the original, when the first, when it happened, I was even going to let it go. But it happened twice, and fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice? Ain't gonna be no third time. You got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So that happens. But I think that happens to a lot of people who are entrepreneurs who deal with friends or family or just a person that you care about or whatever. And This is part of business. You know, you get fucked over. You know, cry me a river and keep going, right? Well, but it was just funny how that happened. It was just really funny how that happened. I don't know. Was it when is it? I mean, why would someone keep trying to fuck over the same person? Like, you know, I never really like understood. You know, when someone tries to go back to the well too many times, you know, like, you know, you don't go back to the well too many times. But where did that saying come from too? Like, we'll go back to the well too many. Anyway, what else we got going on, Joe? Still okay, yeah. So I don't have a bone to pick with them, but I gotta say something. So Joe out here, you know, I feel like I always talk about you now on this show, cause it's like you think you don't do nothing, but you do stuff, right? And you be like, and it be subtle, but I pick up on the bullshit, and I'm like, look at Joe, his bullshit. But I don't say that because, you know, I care about you, right? So, and sometimes you gotta let people do their bullshit because I do my bullshit too, right? So yeah, so Joe goes, right? He's like, yo, Matt. He didn't even tell me. I go online. I wake up from a powerful nap. Right? I finally found time to get a power. You know those naps where you wake up and it's like half of your body feels like it's still sleeping. So it takes you a while to roll over. It was powerful. I was just like, yeah. Like I was so deep in the nap. I was proud of myself for being that deep in the nap. I was just like, I woke up with half my body feeling like it's paralyzed, and I was just like, thank God I got this sleep. That's all I can say. Like, oh, gee. I roll over. I was like, let me grab my phone, get it off the charger. I'm check around, look at my bank statement. Okay, nothing really moving there. I know I'm a little OCD-ish. Okay, check these stocks. Okay, it's the weekend. Just gonna look at some stuff. And then I go up on, let me check on Instagram real quick. Get on Instagram, and then what do I see? Matt on top of Kat, looking like he's about to devour her whole soul from her body. And Joe's just like, but you know, I appreciate that you kept it open. Like, he showed everybody in the room, right? Because if you'd have came in tight on us and then shut it off there, I'd have been like, this motherfucker is trying to sabotage me. I don't know how. I don't think it'll be. I don't even think you would. It wouldn't even be intentional, and there'll be nothing to sabotage. But my whole brain would have been like, this motherfucker's setting me up. And no. Nah, you beefing like, yo, fuck, Matt. Matter of fact, I got this video. I'll be like, yo, Joe, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna murder you. but I see Matt on top of Cat, and then pulling her in to get the whole soul devoured, and all I could do was laugh, and then I just shut back off my Instagram, and I was like, oh, here we go. And Joe's like, I like it as I said some stuff. It was just some funny stuff. And then Joe's like, I get a message like, I just put it up. It's already at 100 views. I put it up 2 minutes ago. It's at 100 views. And I'm just like, yep, it is. I can't, like, even if I wanted to be like, nah, bro, I think that shit is wild, Joe would have been like, yeah, I'm ignoring this conversation. He'd have been like, nah, I never got that message. It must have never came through. Like, yo, all right, man, fuck it, yo. I was like, I don't care. I didn't care. It was fun. It was a great scene. Kat says that she was at a party. She was at a party with her family. She was like having a party with her family, and her friend just looks at her and starts screaming at her like, "Kat!" And then she was like, "What?" She lost at the phone, and she was like, "Oh, Joe." That's all she could say. Is, "Oh, here we go. There's Joe." But it was cool, yo. Whatever. Yeah, you only put up a yeah. So on the story, like people were commenting, and that was when everything was a point. But now this is what everyone saw. Yeah, so Joe teased it earlier in the month, like wait, last month he teased it like it was just me on top of Cat, and you could kind of like see kind of like the camera that he's recording off his like he's recording on a laptop. I don't know. It kind of looks cinematic. It looked like they did the whole editing and the color, so it looks like, okay, this is an actual show. Like, it didn't look like, oh, he recorded this off his camera, so it so it looked like crazy. But it was a good scene, man. It was a good scene. It was a good production. I actually, again, I told him mad times. I said I felt honored to be even part of it. And they, you know, even though they had to deal with a few things, hiccups I had going on at the time, you know, fucking falling asleep in the middle of, so I think, did I say that on the show? Yo, so we had a scene in New York. I think I did say this on the show, but whatever. Fuck it. I did say it on quarantine, but you didn't hear it on this one. So we was in the Joe had a scene where he was supposed to get all emotional and passionate and something, and he's an Uber driver, which is, I'll be straight up honest with you, which makes me laugh till this day. I was like, I always ask him, even like before we start the scene, I go, so Uber drivers are really this, like, they could really be doing this in Ubers? He's like, yeah. I was like, and why are you getting so philosophical? He was just like, it'd be like that in Ubers. I'm like, for real? I tell all my Uber drivers to leave me the fuck alone. Don't even talk to me, baby. But yeah, so he had this big emotional, passionate scene, and dude, let me tell you guys something. I suck. I sucked on this day. I went to bed. I kid you not. I think the night before, I never forget. I went to bed at like 11 o'clock the night before, 11:30, because I remember going to bed stressed. I'm like, shit, I need to go to bed because I got a long day the next day. And then I had a pre-T at 5 in the morning, so I went to bed at 11:30. You know, you really don't get into sleep for like 30 minutes or some shit like that. You really don't really settle. I had to get up at like 4:15 or something like that. Be dressed by 4:30, get in my truck, drive over to the park by 5, no later than 5 o'clock. Had a client from 5 to like 6:15, right? 6:15, 6:25, something like that. Work out with them. Then had another client right after that, so I worked from like, I think it was like 6:45 to it was like 7:30 or something like that. At another park, which was like a few miles away. Drive over. Then from there, drive straight to my house, deal with my kids, and they're finishing and whatever they're doing and whatever. Go over lines with Joe earlier that day. I had to run errands, all this other crap. Then go out. Had another client to train at like 2 o'clock. From 2 o'clock, then that one's a long one. From 2 o'clock to 4. And then I had another client from 4:30 to 6. And then I run the class from 6 to pretty much 7:30. And then I had to meet Joe at 7:45 so we could get to this goddamn place to do this goddamn scene. But we didn't actually get there till like 8 something, right? So we got there. We finally ran that scene a few times. We didn't leave there till like maybe 9 something. We got to New York. Of course, it takes forever to get through 42nd Street, right? So that by the time we was like, huh? Okay, so then maybe I'm mixing up. But we definitely, but when we went to, no. We went to the spot, then we went to New York. When we went to New York, I fell asleep. The second day, I didn't fall asleep. No, we went to Hoboken after that. Yeah, no, we went to New York with the 42nd Street. Whatever day that was the whole day. The whole day was crazy like that. But that's my life. It doesn't even matter. So finally, we 42nd Street had these freaking people, race cars out. Like, what the fuck? Like, regular people with race cars. And then, like, cops is out. And then Zane's in the front seat with a fucking camera and no seatbelt on, looking crazy, trying to get, like, a good shot. And I'm in the back seat trying to say these lines or whatever. And I like, man, stigmatism going crazy because there's lights all over the goddamn place. I really gotta go to a fucking doctor. So I already set up a doctor's appointment. That shit opened up my eyes. I had to go to a doctor. I didn't want to say that, but my fucking stigmatism was going nuts. There was so much light out there, y'all, and then people and they're flashing their cars and shit lights, and I'm trying to read the rest of my lines. It was driving me crazy. I couldn't do it. So we got the Hoboken. I fucking around and fell asleep while Joe was saying his lines. I'm snoring. It's like 11. So I think we're close to like 1 o'clock at this point. And then I'm just like, no, we're at 12. I think we're close to 12 o'clock at this point. And we're like, I'm like, yo, and they looked at me and I was just like, fuck it. You guys already caught me on camera sleeping. I'm just going to finish this goddamn 5-minute nap. Call it a day. But now because of it, we got to do some editing. I fucked that up, yo. That was my fault, yo. That was my fault, yo. I could not get around the shit I had to do that day, man. It was so crazy. But yeah, it was and then even like a lot more time me and Kat been doing these weird smoke sessions things because she's the only person up at psycho hours, right? So I'm up at psycho hours and I'm like, yo, you want to smoke and talk or you want me to just, whatever. So we'll smoke. And then she's like, yo, I don't understand. She'll talk to me sometimes and then she'll hear what's going on or whatever. And she was like, yo, how does these things happen to you? And I'd be like, honestly, yo, she was like, that'd be like a 1 in 10 chance that will happen and it will happen to you. I'm like, you know what, God, I wish people really spend the day with me and see how I just fall into these crazy shits. It's fun though. It's fun. My life is interesting sometimes. Boring, interesting, and weird. What else is going on from there? That's about... No, we have more things going on. I just can't talk about it. Be honest with you. We have like more things coming on. Just can't talk about it because a lot of times these things are all about dotting your I's, crossing your T's. You could say certain things are going to happen or speak certain things, but sometimes, you can't really... You don't want to spit it into the ether without concrete suffice fucking material that you could deal with. But I hope you guys been liking a new way that we're going into Lynn. We're doing a lot more content on the page. I'm taking some time out to really do that, putting up stories that I find, little short stories I like. I think that's pretty dope. I don't care what anybody tell me. I like that shit. Little short stories I like, little funny clips here and there that I create. That funny ass, I don't care that guy who was like, yo, you put it in your mouth and you slurp it out. He creeps me out because that's from a real sex episode. And I made that cut. I chopped that shit up, right? And this guy was like sushi. He was like, yo, you do foreplay with, he was like, what's the weirdest food? He's like, what's the one food that you did on foreplay with? He was like, sushi. And like, you ever look at a guy and he lying? Like, he just gave me that, I know everything you saying about sex is a lie. He just gave me that I know you lying face. But my man said sushi. I almost fell out my goddamn chair. My man said, like, what do you do with sushi? He was like, oh, what you do with this sushi is you stick it in and you slurp it out. I said, this motherfucker here, yo. He said I put raw fish in a girl vagina and suck it out of her, yo. I said, I can't take life. I can't take this, yo. This guy's tripping. So I made that into a meme. So that was pretty dope. And a few other things. So, thanks for listening. Riding with Lynn as we going through this crazy journey of self-discovery, as we discovering ourselves. And oh yeah, you like the goddamn logo's the shit, yo. Like, it's the shit. Like, it's out of its mind, the shit, yo. So shout out to I Am Zane Studios for making this logo. Look at my face, bro. That looks just like me. That's me, bro. I need that as a mask for real. I need like a mask Was this half of Lynn and half Matthew? Yeah, shout out to I Am Zane Studio. Thank you for the logo. It's amazing. Zane is a great artist and videographer and all around talent. And the team that we have here is some fucking animals. So, guys, stay tuned for everything we got going on in Jersey Media. But definitely stay tuned for fucking Lovely Important Nonsense podcast because we're... You hear the rock... Boom! Busting through the fucking stratosphere. And again, I warned you. Like, I put it out there again. I'm going to put it out there again. Y'all ain't on the back. I told you. If y'all not on the back, we going to leave you. We're going to leave you. You guys know what this was. We're always brought to you by bulletprooffitness.com. Make sure you check out bulletprooffitness.com. Get your 8-week transformation program. Also, the new hoodies and the jackets and the beanies are out. So go to the beanies been selling like crazy. I heard people are liking the beanies. I'm hearing good things about it. So check out the bulletprooffitness.com and get you one of those. The winter is coming. Stop playing games. Support your boys. Support Jersey Media. And you know the rest of the shit. We out.